I noticed a tendency for this program to get rather silly. Now, I do my best to keep things moving along, but I'm not having things getting silly.
Here it is, the Bakotunes podcast with Matt Munoz. Audio brought to you by Chain Cone Clark.
Greetings, Bakotunes podcast listeners. It's time for another thrilling, chilling edition of Bakotunes. I'm your host, Matt Munoz, and I'm so grateful you've decided to cancel all of your previous plans to join me this evening. I do appreciate it. I'm rested and back and refreshed from the Vans Warped Tour stop in Long Beach on July 25th and 26th. I was joined by none other than Dale, Big D Ridenauer, who has been accompanying me to the Warped Tour for almost as long as I've been walking, give or take a few years. But yes, we made the trek to and from the broiling heat of the Central Valley, over the Grapevine, back through the valley, and into the congestion of LA traffic, all the way to the city of Long Beach. This was actually my first return to a Warped Tour since 2018, when it was still a coast-to-coast summertime tour. It was in Ventura, California, and it was fun, but I could tell it was feeling the fatigue after a few decades of glory, booking in some really amazing acts over the years. I mean, Rancid, Green Day, Weezer, Long Beach Dub All-Stars, Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, Floggied Molly, Gozo Molly, the Specials, on and on and on and on and on. But then it was time for a break, and of course a return, but trimmed to a few major cities. That includes Long Beach, where we caught tons of great bands like Jimmy Eat World, The Story So Far, Holy Wars, Under Oath, Real Big Fish, Winona Fighter, Bad Cop, The Ataris, Say Ferris, People Are Ugly, Jaluka, and many more in the pit, and in some cases in passing because I was running to catch somebody else. Now look, I'm not going to complain like a lot of the OG Warped attendees were about the lack of shade and whatever else they were whining about. It's the Warped Tour. If you really have been as many times as you claim to have gone, you know it's gonna be hot. As for myself, I had a blast because I was hanging out in the artist lounge most of the day, chatting it up with random cool folks like me, who were there to relive some glorious punk rock days of youth with a few tall cans, soaking up the positivity. We had a blast, and we'll be back again next year. So bravo to Kevin Lyman, the entire Warped Tour crew. The Warped Tour is back, and it's here to stay. If you want to see some video, you can also check it out at the Bakotunes Instagram, at Bakotunes. That's at Bakotunes on Instagram. On that note, I was live in Long Beach for the Warped Tour, hanging out with John Seltzer and Kenny Feinstein of bluegrass punk outfit Water Tower, and Chris Borbon of the Aggrolites. Chris is a homeboy from Bakersfield, California, and has been making moves in the SoCal alternative scene as both a drummer and graphic artist. He is truly an amazing talent who will be sharing some of his experiences along with some advice for all the aspiring young musicians out there. Both interviews come with music, of course, so let's get to it. You're tuned to the Bakotunes podcast with me, Matt Munoz. Enjoy! All right, what's up, everybody? This is Matt with Bakotunes. I'm live at the Vans Warped Tour, Long Beach, California. Can't believe I'm back over here because the last time I went to like a full-on Vans Warped Tour was actually in 2018, and we were in Ventura, California. And even before that, went to all the classic Warped Tours back over here. But the one thing I love about the Vans Warped Tour is not hanging out the old school punk stage like I used to, but is actually coming out here and discovering new bands. And as you would have it, I am actually joined by a new band that I'm discovering today, and I am joined by
Water Tower.
Water Tower, baby.
And what's the name of you? What's your name?
My name is Kenny Feinstein.
And what do you play?
Fiddle and guitar.
I'm John Seltzer. I play mandolin.
All right, Water Tower. Okay, so I kind of did a little research before, and we're going to play some music during the show tonight. We're going to play some music, and you're going to introduce them. But before we do that, let's talk about Water Tower and who's going to give me the condensed history of what the band and how you guys ended up on the Vans Warped Tour, which is amazing.
So basically, we are a punk rock bluegrass band. We started out playing square dances, and then what happened was we went out to the freeway off-ramp because we were that punk rock lifestyle, so we wanted to meet our fans, one fan at a time, at the freeway off-ramp. We moved to LA for the traffic, probably the only band who's ever done that. Then pandemic hit, we had to go inside, so we decided to start doing social media and busk online. And now we're online and stuff because we found that we got to connect with so many more people rather than just one person at a time. But punk rock, bluegrass through the streets to the social medias.
I love it. It's very California. I'm from the Central Valley. So, before we came on the air, we were talking a little bit about, and we're going to talk about that real quick, but not yet. I want to talk about bluegrass and punk rock and how it comes together. Because if you go back and you you kind of look at the history of bluegrass. I watched the PBS History of Country Music, and they dedicated a portion to bluegrass and the evolution of country music, of course, Bill Monroe, etc. And it always comes back. It always comes back. Marty Stewart, who I've interviewed, Marty Stewart, love him. He loves Bakersfield. So we're going to talk about Bakersfield and that whole connection. But let's talk about bluegrass. Well, what attracted you to bluegrass? Because I'm looking at these two young, handsome dudes. I'm like, I went thinking, look at, he's wearing a Left Alone shirt, both of them, ska punk. But you're playing bluegrass and punk. So how did that come to be?
Well, I came up loving pop punk music and post-hardcore and stuff like that before I ever discovered bluegrass. And I got bit by the bug as a teenager, and I stayed.
What instrument did you start out on?
I started out on mandolin. I went to a bluegrass festival, and I saw some guy play a mandolin. His name was Tim O'Brien. Shout out Tim. And it just inspired me, and I've been playing it ever since. But I was living in New York for that whole time, and I moved here about 6 years ago, and I met these guys, and they were doing the thing I always dreamed to do, which is bring this music together. These two things I love so much that seem so disparate, that now I've learned in this band that they're kind of the same thing, same energy, same audiences. It's really awesome.
Right on. What about you?
Yeah, I went to a square dance when I was 16. It was a foghorn string band, and I saw those people dancing to the fiddle. I walked right up to the stage, and I sat there for 3 hours and listened to them play. And then I learned all their tunes and became their guitar player a couple years later, and never looked back. It's just square dance, old-timey bluegrass music, and but my punk rock roots, so bring them together, you know.
I love it. Now, before we talk about your Central Valley roots and kind of your connection here, one thing that Bakersfield has every year is the Great 48 Bluegrass Festival. Have you ever performed in that, maybe?
Yeah. Yes, we have.
Really?
We love Great
Yeah, we
48.
played last year.
Really?
And the year before. We played every year.
Wow, that's amazing. As this group, or?
Water Tower, yeah. And
Yes,
our
up.
friend Robin is right over here, our photographer. She's the official photographer of California Bluegrass Association, so she photographed Great 48.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so a lot of people out there listening, when you talk about bluegrass, they're like talking about old timey and they think about Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? That's kind of like probably the gateway for a lot of people, but as well as the band Old Crow Medicine Show, which when they came to the Crystal Palace, Bakotunes Crystal Palace before it closed down, they sold out every single set they did. I mean, it was like oversold. But what do you think about that band and how they've been kind of instrumental? I don't even know if they're together anymore.
They're still together, and it was started with Willie Watson and Ketch, Secor, and Critter. They were living in a house together. Now, Willie left for about 10 or 11 years. He just joined this year again after 10 years off, kind of like what Blink did with Tom. So Willie's back. It's Willie and Ketch together again. It's so great to see them because they sing Wagon Wheel together. Willie's high harmony, right? So they've been heroes of ours. Without the members of Old Crow Medicine Show, we wouldn't be where we are today. Not only for inspiration, but on our first tour across the U.S. in 2005, Gil Landry in the band gave us a busking map, and he gave us a map and told us where to busk from one side, from Florida to San Francisco down to L.A., and then Ketch always supported us, always supported our music, and Willie sang on 5 tracks of our debut record, Fly Around.
That's wow. Okay, I'm kind of tripping right now. Everybody out there listening, so let's talk about your socials because we're going to talk a little bit more, but we want to kind of get everybody while they're on their phones and they're listening right here on KPCR Pirate Cat Radio and listening to this interview. Where should people be looking on their phones to find you on your socials?
It's all Water Tower Band, one word.
Right on everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. Yeah, even MySpace.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We were. In fact, we were on MySpace as Water Tower Band, and we had our top friends were Rancid, Blink-182, Old Crow Medicine Show, Foghorn. You know, you could choose your top 8 friends. And
So when you guys play, I mean, you guys can. You're talking about punk rock, bluegrass, so you kind of can jump around. Can you go traditional and then in a punk rock and mix it up both?
Yeah, on our show we were doing Bob by NoFX, and then we would do some Bill Monroe, some Sally Gooden stuff. So we go back and forth. Then we had a little square dance, and we did a Rancid song, and then we did a little old timey, get some banjo picking and did some jamming, and then we do a original song.
I love the old timey stuff. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So you love So who are your punk rock heroes?
Oh man, I'm a huge Seos and Anthony Green fan. Anthony Green's my hero.
Tim Armstrong, Tom DeLonge, Travis Barker, Mark Hoppus.
Right on. Let's play some music before we come back. What song should everybody, if you want to get an introduction to Water Tower, what song should we play and you introduce it?
Drink Smoke that we wrote with Mike Herrera of MXPX.
All right, you're listening to it right here on Bakotunes. I'm joined by Water Tower live from the band's Warped Tour LBC. Let's go.
Drink, smoke, drink, smoke, drink, smoke.
a day, but I'll have a couple more to hit the hay. My selective here ain't working better than I'm willing to admit. I'm gonna quit tomorrow, not today.
Cut it out, baby, cut it out. Put it down, baby, 'cause all you do is drink, smoke, drink, smoke, drink, smoke.
All right, that was Drink Smoke by Water Tower right here on Bakotunes on KPCR Private Cat Radio. We're live with Vans Warped Tour, and I'm joined by two amazing members, and you are
Kenny Feinstein.
John Seltzer.
from Water Tower, punk, rock, bluegrass. You'd already heard it, talking about their roots. You're talking about their influences and everything like that. So what's your latest release, and how can people get it?
Well, yeah, we release one single every month, and, you know, go to Spotify or wherever you listen to music. But our latest one was Drink Smoke with Mike Herrera.
Yeah, and you heard it. You're gonna see MXPX is playing later.
Oh yeah, we're actually gonna go film some content with Mike because you know, he's out in Bremerton, and we actually produced a record for us in 2009 when we were the Water Tower Bucket Boys. See, we used to be the Water Tower Bucket Boys. We kicked the bucket, became Water Tower in 2020. But Mike Herrera produced our record in 2009 up at Monkey Trench Studios in Bremerton. But now when we're in the same place, we're excited because we can do content together.
Yeah, I love it. Love to hear that. Love to hear the brotherhood between all the different styles. Vans Warped Tour is a place for everybody to come together. We've seen some amazing bands. Let's play another tune before we come back to say goodbye. What's this next tune?
This one is Sunflower. It's our cover of Post Malone.
All right, you heard it. Listen to Bakotunes right here on KPCR. I'm joined by Water Tower, Vans Warped Tour. Let's go.
I'm walking out, I can hear you telling me to turn around. Fighting for my trust and you won't back down. Even if we gotta risk it all right now. Oh, I know you're scared of the unknown. You don't wanna be alone. I know I always come and go, but it's out of my control. Then you're left in the dust, unless I stop by you. You're the sunflower. Stuck by you.
right, and that name of that tune was?
Sunflower.
Bye.
Post Malone.
Woo! Excellent. I love it. Okay, so hey, you guys. Okay, so before we go, I want to talk about the Bakersfield because I'm from Bakersfield, but KPCR is broadcast all over. You saw the sticker right here. I'm wearing it on myself. It's got Santa Cruz. It's got Los Gatos, and also we're in Portland. We're also in Salem. Tell me about your connection to the whole Central Valley.
So we started the band in Portland, Oregon in 05. We're like 03, 04. And my mom went to high school in Los Gatos. I'm from Santa Cruz. We love Salem. We got friends in Salem, played all the McMinimans up in there. And we love California, the West Coast, you know.
Yeah. You hear that, KPCR listeners? You got some homies right here. They're doing their thing. We're talking about the type of music that is very, very essential to the Central Valley. You're driving down the 99, up and down the 99. You hear that music. It's so good. You've seen the PBS country music documentary. You've seen all those. You see how it always comes back. So I'm very blessed to hear these guys and meet these guys today. So we're going to play one more tune. Let's take it out with another tune.
This one's called AM PM.
AM, PM, baby. You know it.
All right, everybody, say goodbye.
Goodbye, y'all.
Goodbye.
Hey, this is Kenny Feinstein from Water Tower, and you're listening to
KPCR, Pirate Cat Radio.
You're so good at interview.
Let's go. Well, I woke up this morning at my house, drank me some coffee, and I went about my day to the streets to get paid. Yeah, I heard that's what you gotta do if you're living there in LA. I need a little 2 for 1 over at the AM PM, the corner of Glendale. At the AM PM, only listen to myself over at the AM PM. Try to find my wealth over at the AM PM. I've been up all night looking for my eyes and I lost the light. I've been climbing the hills, swallowing medicine pills, trying to get my fill. And it's all bad, cause I'm so sad and it makes me mad. I gotta hit the stove, get 2 for 1 more, 2 for 1 more, just a little more for me. I need a little 2 for 1 over at the AM PM, corner of Glendale. At the AM PM, only listen to myself over at the AM PM. Trying to find my wealth over at the AM PM. Just see your face, just see your face, just see your face now. Just see what? Just remember face. Hey, don't you owe me $20? Just remember face. Just. I need a little 2 for 1. Just a little 2 for 1. I need a little 2 for 1. Just a little 2 for 1 over at the AM PM, the corner of Glendale. At the AM PM, I only listen to myself over at the AM PM. Trying to find my wealth over at the AM PM. Over at the AM PM, the corner of Glendale. At the AM PM, only listen to myself over at the AM PM. Trying to find my wealth over at the AM PM.
Break time. We'll be back. It's the Bakotunes podcast with Matt Munoz.
If you're injured at work, you need a team who knows the law, a team respected by our community and the legal industry, a team certified as specialists in work injury law. Chain Cone Clark, the team you need when it matters most.
You guys are off to a great start, don't you think?
Hey, buddy, I'm not paying you to hear your thoughts on life. I'm paying you to sing.
Well, I have a microphone, and you don't.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
Al Capone guns don't.
All right, Bakotunes with Matt Munoz right here, live from the Vans Warped Tour in Long Beach, California. It's Sunday, July 26th, and you just heard from Water Tower play their music, their connection to the Central Valley, from Los Gatos to Oregon, Santa Cruz, all over the place. But as you know, I am from Bakersfield, California. And one of the reasons I went through all the traffic, took almost like 2 hours to get here, then you have to take an Uber and all that stuff, is because we came to see the Aggrolites, and I am joined right now by my brother. Everybody in Bakersfield listening to this right now, you better be cheering, you better be clapping, because I'm about to introduce you to the one, the only drummer, multi-talented, graphic artist, all that, everything that entails, all-around great guy, Mr. Chris Borbon. What's up, brother Chris?
What's up? My main man, Matt Munoz, good old friend.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Okay, so by the time we got over here, you guys were just coming off the Unplugged stage. How was that? Right over here at the Vans Warped Tour, it was an Unplugged stage. How was that?
It was a lot of fun. You know, last year, me and Jesse, we did it like a little Aggrolites set also. But today, the cool thing is like we get to play, one of the stages this year. So we get to play twice. I mean, how fun is that, you know? So we got to warm up. A lot of people got to, have never seen us, never heard us. So they got to come out, see what we're about. And there were a lot of people singing along by the end. So it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah, I mean, because the Aggrolites are the OGs. I was telling everybody, I said, one of the things about coming to the Warped Tour is you always look forward to seeing like the familiar groups that you have always watched throughout the years of the Warped Tour. I actually have video of being backstage at the Vans Warped Tour in Ventura, and the Aggrolites are barely going up to go on the stage. Fast forward to now, Aggrolites are still coming on. You guys got a brand new album now that you're in the band. What's the name of the new album?
Yeah, it's called Super Atomic. It just came out this summer, and we're super stoked on it. So we just came off a European tour promoting that, and we're planning on doing a bunch of U.S. dates too. So. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about how you got connected to the Aggrolites, because if you know Chris's history, not only in Bakersfield but around Southern California, is that Chris has definitely made inroads and connections with a lot of the Southern California alternative scene, and specifically the ska reggae scene. Everything from the traditional scene to the kind of I'd say the punkier side of ska and all that. But how did you get connected to all that?
So, me growing up, I was getting into music. I started getting into punk rock, but then, quickly discovered, ska music, and through my older brother. And then through that, we kind of started digging a little more and just kind of fell in love with it. And then eventually, started digging deeper into like the more traditional stuff. And we got really into the, old school ska and reggae. And
well, how did you get connected into LA? Because there was a time when you were just specifically a Bakersfield artist, like a lot of us were. We kind of stayed in where we were in the hometown, but eventually you make those connections. It just takes one time to hit that spark, and then you're just kind of in. How did that happen?
Well, I mean, I was just kind of hungry to play, so I was playing locally, and then whenever, when we weren't gigging, I was still looking for more, so I started outsourcing, basically branching out to people from I connected with the Suppressors, and with the Suppressors we kind of toured a little bit, and that's how I branched out. And
were the Suppressors out of Fresno?
They're out of Fresno, yeah. So that's how I got connected with people from LA, by playing in LA. And then eventually got asked from Angel City Records to sit in with them. Then kind of rolled into like Steady 45s, Western Standard Time, and then
Jackie Mendez,
of course, and then
which is part of the Angel City Records family.
Yeah, yes, of course, yeah. So that is, how I got connected with the guys from the Aggrolites and Hepcat and everybody else.
Let's talk about your graphic work, because a lot of people, they might know you primarily as a drummer, or they might know you primarily as a graphic artist. Now, if you're from Bakersfield, you should already know that he does the graphic work for the historic Fox Theater. So the new logos, and Chris was doing so much great work. Kind of give me a list of some of the things you've done.
I mean, I've done tons of work. I've done album art, lots of album art. I've done stuff for, the newest Aggrolites, of course, but I've also done stuff for Hepcat. I've done artwork for the California Honey Drops, if you're familiar with them.
Wow.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know, so many bands at this point that it's hard to kind of keep track of, but, yeah, I mean, it just started, kind of snowballed, just started doing graphics locally, and then people started hitting me up. And
you know why, though? Because that Bakersfield love, baby.
Yeah, so what's up, But it's like, it's a hustle, you gotta really work and be out there, I hear kind of a lot of people say like, oh, I'm lucky. I got lucky with all this, but it's not luck, it takes hard work. You got to put yourself out there. You got to keep going. Like, that's what people don't know. Behind the scenes, there's so much more that goes into what people just see, It's a hustle. You got to keep going and keep looking ahead. Even when you're working on something currently, just look at what's next.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You connected with LA, from Bakersfield to LA, because that's what happened with me. And like when we talk about our connections with the music, with Mento Brew, once you make that connection in LA, you start making a lot of friends over there. And then it just kind of like, you pretty much stay friends forever, because LA is there's so much, everybody's looking for something, right? Yeah. And so they're looking for people that they can connect with, that it's like they feel real loyal with, like, hey, I always know I can kind of like take a chill from the kind of the hubbub of LA and talk to my friend over in the Central Valley, who's obviously laid back like Chris.
Yeah, I mean, even Mental Brew, you guys in your own right, you guys are legends. Like, I still, I do a lot of work on the East Coast with the Supernova Ska Festival, and every time I'm there, people hear the word Bakersfield, and you guys are the first ones that come up. Mental Brew, Moon Ska Records, so.
Yeah, well, that's coming up. The Supernova's coming up again. Are you going to be there?
Yeah, I'm going to be there. I'll be playing a set with Jackie Mendez, and then we're going to do an Aggrolite set, as well as a special set with Limbo from the Specials.
Yeah, that's amazing. Now, you've already done something with Limbo, right?
Yeah, we've kind of done, we've done a few shows where it's kind of a special.
It was the fundraiser one, right?
The Muzak, yeah. It's a fundraiser for kids. It's a music program for kids, and we did that one. And yeah, it's a lot of fun, Limbo has become a really good friend, and yeah, he's one of us, it's amazing from the Specials, two-tone era, like.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about this. There's a lot of young musicians out there that are out there listening, and they're looking to like kind of break into things. And, like we've already talked about like how, if you know Chris, you've seen how far he's come. If you spend some time in Bakersfield, he's no stranger to the Bakersfield scene, and also like as a community person. He's out there, gives his time to worthy causes. He does caricatures. He's an amazing artist. Lots of freehand, which is kind of amazing these days, right?
Yeah, that's what it is, man.
So what do you think about the AI?
Oh, come on, man.
No, you gotta go freehand. You gotta go freehand. So he's got that steady hand, just like he's got steady beats on the drums. But what kind of message do you have to young musicians out there who would love to would love to see, man, just a dream to be on the Warped Tour stage?
I mean, just keep doing it, keep playing, connect with people. The best thing you can do is connect. They say, it's who you know, and that kind of comes true in the sense of like, you got to be out there, you got to meet people, you got to do it, and you got to show what you got. It's not the person you meet next door. It's you got to be out there, put yourself out there.
Yeah. Before we introduce the song, and you're going to introduce it to everybody out there listening on the Bakotunes podcast, everybody out there listening to Bakotunes on KPCR Pirate Cat Radio, let's play a couple tunes. Let's introduce this tune, and it could be from any one of the tunes that you've performed, either with the Aggrolites or some of your other projects. Go ahead and introduce it to everybody out there listening.
All right, this is Chris, drummer at the Aggrolites, and this is our new song off our new album, Super Atomic. The song is called Musical Muse.
sweetest song. Over and over and over, 'cause you make me write the sweetest song. Oh, don't you know that? 'Cause you make me write the sweetest song.
All right, that was Musical Muse, latest single by the great Aggrolites. I'm joined right here by Mr. Chris Borbon, the drummer of the Aggrolites. We're over at the Bands Warped Tour. It's amazing to see this brother doing so well, so proud of him. Hey, there's the guy from Papa Roach, or at least it looks like one of the
That's it. It was funny, we just played with them like not even a month ago in the Netherlands. So it's full circle, man. Playing these festivals, it's like you always kind of connect with these people and you'll never expect to see, you know?
Yeah, tell me some quick funny stories if you could pull out anything of someone kind of like one of those what the moments. Is there anything you got?
Oh man, I don't know. It's hard to come up with something in my head right now. But I mean, we just played. We played a festival with Cockspar like not too long ago, and I didn't know until that we got there. You know, I saw a lineup. I was like, Cockspar, we're direct support, and the funny thing is, we were back there, and me and Roger and all the guys were talking about it. You know, these guys are legends, and so we're ready to go up on there. You know, we're ready to hit our stage. And then, we see one of the guys come up from Cockspar. We're like, I think that's one of the guys. And they come up and they say, what's up? What's up, Aggrolites? You know, what's up, Roger? So, like, we looked at each other. We're like, they know who we are? What? You know? Yeah. So that kind of tripped us out a little bit. You know, Cockspar is...
Yeah, I mean, well, the connection, I mean, you got the classy, you got the veteran OG Oi band, Cockspar, which are still out there doing their thing. But you got, you know, the connection, the skinhead reggae, stuff like that. But let's talk about that, like skinhead reggae, and how it kind of falls, how it's able to kind of like coexist with all these different things, and what's the appeal?
I mean, it's part of the UK subculture, you know, like the skinhead era came from the UK, you know, in the late 60s. Yeah, along with that came, you know, the Oi scene as well. So that's kind of how it's all connected, you know. Yeah.
What is it? Does it any of those scenes get kind of crazy? Like the way they always talk about like the 80s when it was kind of lawless and there was a lot of violence. Have you seen any of that in any shows when you guys go overseas?
I feel like nowadays, you know, everyone in that scene is a little older, you know. You don't see too many younger people. So I think it's kind of a thing of, you know.
Nobody's going out there to start having boot parties?
Yeah, nah. I mean, there is a little resurgence of new skinheads, though. I will say that. There's a couple bands I've seen, you know, and especially these recent tours, you know, probably 3, 4, 5 bands, you know, that young kids from 18 to 22, you know, starting skinhead reggae and skinhead Oi bands. Yeah,
and it's very, very, very authentic. I mean, you're talking about a Southern California band bringing this sound is so authentic. I mean, Roger Rivas and Jesse, I mean, the way they put the sound together, because they're always been like the two most consistent members of the band, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Jesse and Roger.
The bass player, I remember I think the first time I ever saw him play. What was the bass player's name?
Well, right now we got Eric sitting in with us. Eric Marias. He plays in the Steady 45s, so he's the one playing with us right now.
Oh, okay. Because I remember the bass player that kind of comes in and out was also playing with Tiger Army.
Yeah. Jeff was he's playing with Tiger Army for a while, and
lots of talent.
Yeah, and same with him, legend in the whole, you know, in his own right in the rockabilly scene, psychobilly scene.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's play another tune.
Hey, this is Chris, drummer of the Aggrolites, and also drummer Jackie Mendez, and we're about to play a Jackie Mendez tune right now from the new album. This is Jackie Mendez, and the tune is called "He Used to Be My Baby."
He used to be my boy.
Used to Be My Baby by Jackie Mendez, who is no stranger to Bakotunes because I played her tune Red Flag numerous times, and I'm always tagging her and to let her know. She never responds. So, Jack, if you're listening, how come I never respond? Because I'm playing your music.
Come on, Jackie.
Yeah, no, I booked you. I was the first one to book you in Bakersfield, too. All right, but enough of that.
All right, well,
we got to get her back over.
She's gonna respond. I'm gonna talk to her and be like, Jackie, what's up?
Yeah.
Gotta play my hometown, you know?
Yeah, she's amazing. Love Jackie Mendez. Love that style. That whole Angel City Records scene that Wally Caro from Mobtown, who's an OG, a friend of ours. But we used to play shows together because we were on Steady Beat Recordings back in the day. And I mean, just amazing. Who's that?
Hepcat. Alex Desert.
Oh yeah, look, there's Alex Desert, Hepcat. I'm looking forward to seeing them. Yeah, I mean, you got to know Greg Lee.
Yeah.
Let's talk about missing him and what it means for Hepcat to be here.
Greg Lee is the opposite definition of never meet your heroes. He's the complete opposite of that. Getting to meet him and getting to know him, I cherish very much because just the moments we had were so special, you know. Right before, rest in peace, his passing, he had a moment with my wife while she was pregnant, And
the beautiful Jane Guerrero.
Yes, beautiful Jane Guerrero, my wife. I love her so much, and she supports me a lot in this as well. So she's
can't do anything without
her. Yeah, so big shout out to my wife, of course. And but yeah, I mean the big memory is Greg Lee whispering into my wife's belly while she was pregnant with Alma at the time. And
she's so beautiful.
Yeah, till this day we do not know what he said to her, but we cherish that a lot, we like to think, knowing Greg Lee, it was all beautiful things. So.
Oh yeah. So we're looking forward to seeing it because you guys are playing back to back on the Octopus stage today. So when we come back, we'll come back and I'll do a little mini review of how it was to see some of my heroes because I love the Aggrolites and I love Hepcat. And what's your favorite Hepcat tune? And we'll play it.
Hepcat.
I mean, there's a lot, right?
Yeah, it's hard to say, but I've actually, had the privilege of sitting in with Hepcat on drums as well. And one of the funnest tunes to play, I got to say, is Pharaoh's Dream. So.
Yes, Pharaoh's Dream off of Right on Time. Let's play that right now. Why don't you introduce it, brother?
Yeah, well, here is a Hepcat tune called Pharaoh's Dream. Here it is.
You're listening to Bakotunes podcast with me, Matt Munoz, and my brother Chris Borbon, live from the Vans Warped Tour in Long Beach, California. Greg Lee, rest in peace. All right, that was Pharaoh's Dream by the great Hepcat, playing today at the Vans Warped Tour. Look at somebody's walking by with a baritone saxophone. Love that. Man, I bet you that horn must cost about $5,000. Yeah. Something like that. Which band is that? Do you know who they are?
I'm not sure. I can't recall.
No, she's carrying a berry. It doesn't matter who they are. She's carrying a berry sax.
Yeah. It's got to be ska, right?
All right, so what's next after the Vans Warped Tour for Aggrolites and Chris Borbon?
With the Aggrolites, I think we got a couple weeks off right now. With me personally, after tomorrow, Monday, I'll be flying out to Detroit because I got a call from my friends in a band called the Suicide Machines. I'll be sitting on drums with them. Yeah, so we'll be playing the whole classic ska punk album, Destruction by Definition, and we'll be doing 2 weeks in Europe with them, Suicide Machines.
Yeah,
that's it. Man, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. If you ever,
God, that's amazing.
Yeah,
man. Dude, so proud of you. I'm gonna let you get back over there and hang out with the guys before, because we're looking forward to your set tonight. But any message to your fans, your friends, your homies, your wife, everybody out there listening? Any message to them?
I mean, big love to you, Matt Munoz, man, for always supporting me throughout this whole thing. You've known me since my young days, man. My first jobs, was working with you, getting out there, Bakotopia days,
Yes, and he was a great young man, and now he's an adult doing his thing.
So always booking us, we're Vanity Avenue days, and so big shout out to you, brother, always. And I mean, thanks, big love to everyone for supporting us all the time, and right now Aggrolites is we're doing really good right now, especially with this new album. We're getting a great response, so thanks everyone for listening, picking up the album. It's still out there for sale, so check out piratespress.com and you can snag it there, or you can also grab it on aggroreggae.com. And of course, big shout out. Yeah, all the streaming, you can listen to it on all the streaming devices.
But it's better to get a physical copy because it actually goes to help the band directly, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then you can see a little bit of my artwork on there. I did the artwork cover for that as well. So.
Oh, absolutely. So if you're going to the Supernova Ska Festival, you see the Aggrolites over there and all that stuff. What's the Aggrolites website?
It's aggroreggae.com. So, yeah, just snag a copy. And that's the best way to support bands, is always buy directly from the bands. Merch, T-shirts, albums, everything directly from the bands is always the best way to support.
All right, couldn't say it any better myself.
I can't forget shout out to my beautiful wife and my beautiful baby Alma. So without them, I wouldn't be here doing this, So, and everything I do here is for them. So big shout out.
Absolutely. That's the perfect code. I couldn't say it any better than myself. Lots of love right here to Mr. Chris Borbon. We're here at the Vans Warped Tour. Matt Munoz Live, Bakotunes on KPCR, Bakotunes Podcast. And let's go have some fun, right, Chris?
Yep, let's go. Let's go party.
Meow!
The Bakotunes podcast with Matt Munoz. New episodes every week. And for the latest, be sure to follow us at Bakotunes on Instagram. That's BAKOTUNES. And be sure to like us, rate us, comment at us, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back next time.